Hey, what's happening everybody? Sean Kitzman from Sustainable Massage Practices. In today's video, I'm going to talk about two things that massage school did not prepare you for and can't really prepare you for. I'm a really big proponent, obviously, of going to school and learning how to perform a massage, but the problem is that they have so much to teach you about the actual massage itself that they don't do a very good job of teaching business. They teach kind of basic business, which when you get out into business, you kind of find that while there's certain fundamental truths that have to happen in business, the information that they give you isn't all that great for actually owning and running a practice. It's not bad for going to work at a business, but it doesn't help when you're actually out running a practice. And also some of that is not their fault as well, because it's really hard to teach you stuff that you need to, that you can only get through experience. So, like a perfect world would be you went to school and then you interned at a practice for 5 years, and in that internship, the person who you were working with then helped you to understand all the mechanics of the business, so then you could go out and start a practice. And that just doesn't happen very often. So there's two things that you need to do in order to have a successful practice. Number one, you need to create value. So what is value? You need to create an experience that is uniquely geared and centered towards your ideal market niche. So if you're if you want people who want relaxation massage and spa services, you need to create an environment overall that is very inviting to them. If you're like myself and you don't really care about that, or your market niche is not that relaxation spa end, where the expectation is, you walk into this amazing facility that is serene and peaceful and all the rest of those things. If you work with athletes, or you work with people who are primarily coming to you to resolve really complicated injuries, then I've found in my 16 years in practice that people just don't care. They don't care what your office looks like. They don't care, where it is. They just don't care. So you need to create value. You need to actually center all of your focus around creating value in your practice for your client. So if environment is important, obviously the services that you practice are important as well. If you are a relaxation massage therapist or do spa work, then probably taping and cupping and some of those things, ART or Heller work, or some really deep, or AIS. Some of those things probably aren't going to fit well within your market niche, the people that you're actually attracting and the people that you want to have in your practice. Conversely, if you're really working with athletes, then most athletes don't care about relaxation massage. And if that's your focus, you're really smart to find a relaxation massage therapist who will support you and actually work collaboratively with you, because you can't be all things to everybody. So you need to create value for your market niche. The other thing that you need to do, number two, is you need to create relationships. And this is twofold. So this is like A and B, right? So you need to create relationships with your clients. You need to you create those relationships by providing value for you. And I'll tell you how I've done this. This week, I've gotten 3 questions from my old clients back in Michigan asking where they could go see somebody. And who I would refer them to, who I would refer to in Michigan. And this happened because I created value and my clients trust me. Instead of just going randomly, willy-nilly out into the wilderness without any idea, they wanted to save some time and actually try and figure out where they could go to find somebody who would actually not necessarily duplicate my work, but is a little similar to my work. So I've created value for them, and in creating value, I created relationships with them. And those relationships are super important, because the relationship is actually what brings the client back. over and over and over and over again. It's what makes them, when they're thinking of your niche, what makes you at the top of the list, right? It's what actually, you know, for my clients, my athletes in Michigan, I was on speed dial, right? As soon as an injury popped up, man, I would get flooded with you know, when can I get in? I need some help, blah, 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 right? So I created value by creating a relationship with those clients. And that relationship is super important. And it actually takes multiple sessions. It takes weeks, months, years to lock in that relationship. And that is really important. The second thing you want to do is you want to create relationship with collaborative people. And this is something that I actually struggled with for the first probably 10 or 11 years of my practice, because I didn't get out to meet people. I didn't have actually a really clear sense of what my value proposition was. So I was actually guarding all of these clients. You know, I can't go out and talk to anybody because maybe they're going to steal clients from me. And what I came to realize later on is that that's not the case. If you collaborate well with other people, your business is actually going to explode. One is a lonely number, as the song goes, but one cannot even come close to duplicating the power of, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, right? So you want to create relationships with people who are like-minded, who are people who you jive with. You sit down and you go, damn, I really respect you in your practice. I would go see you. I think you're fantastic. As a matter of fact, I do see you, and I can actually talk about what you do in your practice. And the more specialized you get in our field and in our work, the harder that explanation becomes. So that's why you need to really over leverage the point of creating that relationship, and you need to be the driver of that. Because most people don't think about that. They don't understand what it's going to do for their business. And like I said, as you become more specialized in your market niche, people can't understand what it is that you do until they experience it, and they may need to experience it multiple times. So your two jobs are, right, that they cannot and do not prepare you for in massage therapy school. Number one, you have to create value for your clients, and number two, you have to create relationships. All right, it's a beautiful Wednesday morning. I'm going to get off the jiu-jitsu here shortly. I hope you're all doing well. If this video was helpful for you, and this is the first time viewing my content, would you do me a favor and would you subscribe to my channel? And if it was helpful, could you do me another favor and could you pass this on to someone who you could feel that could use this information? I'd really appreciate it. All right, we'll see you soon. And remember, practice makes improvement.